water. But today I wanted to try something different. I was working in my office downtown. I'm like, you know what? I had the idea to go live in front of one of my favorite murals. There's flowers in my hair. I'm gonna scoot over. To go live in front of one of my favorite murals. So that's what we're doing today. I'm downtown right now. You can't see behind me, but the street is behind me. Cleansing the energy. We're gonna do a message from my Oracle deck, and I'm gonna talk a little. And today I had a meeting. And today I had a meeting with a nonprofit. We're discussing a collaboration together, and I invited her to Coffee Connections. Coffee Connections is a networking event that an entrepreneurial community that I'm a part of hosts every single Tuesday. And I like to invite people that I'm collaborating with to Coffee Connections so they can meet people and network as well. So I was super late. I came at like 9:45. Thankfully, Shani had made herself at home, so I didn't feel bad about being late. And as soon as I came in here, we discussed different entrepreneurial topics that'll assist us with, expansion and scaling our business. And today they were talking about, delegating. And I'm going to share some of the takeaways that I had because I feel like you all might find them helpful too. The first one was hire before you think you are ready. So, like for me, I'm growing, I'm a wellness brand, and I'm building, and I'm getting to the point to where I don't necessarily need to hire now, but in the next year or so, I see where I'm gonna need more help with admin things and uh, events and prep and stuff like that. So it kind of hit home for me because I do need to hire now. And I don't have to necessarily bring somebody on at 40 hours a week. It could be small with 12 hours and move on from there. But I am very excited about the messages that I received. So that was for me, for sure. So if you're watching and you have assistant skills, you're good with emails, organization, administration, social media, hit me up. I'm looking to hire an administrative assistant. Also, somebody that could travel and likes kids, because I'm gonna need a travel nanny as well. And I would love for that person to be like an all-in-one person, someone that also that has the ability to and certifications to educate kids, because I homeschool my kids. Oh, okay. Wow. A couple of these were actually in my personal reading. I'm not gonna get to those yet. But yeah, so hire before you're ready. And if you are working a 9 to 5, delegate before your promotion. Just some things that are helpful that I learned today. I feel those nuggets will be good for you. And before we start, I'm going to utilize my alignment abundance mist. This is Aura Spray. This spray is known to support mental, emotional, and spiritual health. I like to utilize it to reset my space, and I also use it to cleanse my aura before I go out into the world. It's a part of my protection that I provide. And I have created this to utilize for things before prayer, before meditation. If you are a practitioner, you do spiritual work, energy work, this will be really good for you to continue to provide a clean space, not just for your clients physically, but to create a clean space for yourself and them spiritually. So you can find this on my website. Okay. If you want to grab yours, you can grab that today. I do have about 12 more available for this moon cycle. I do create them in moon cycles. So that's another um, important part to know when it comes to ordering your sprays because you have to utilize it with intention and doing during certain moon cycles when you're using it for ritual or spell work. But anywho, let's move on to some sound healing. I left my crystal bowl in my car, and I was like walking all the way up to the third floor in the parking garage to get it and coming back down. So I'm going to use my Tibetan bowl, okay, to cleanse the space and to get things going. When I play my singing bowl, I like to look around to see the interactions that I get from not just people but nature. So while I was doing the bowl, three blue bugs are like started flying in a circle over here. I don't know if they were synchronizing or what. And then a couple walked by and a black lady with a huge afro. So let's see what the sounds bring. Um, I like to see, just to play with the universe to see what I think if it'll show up physically. So I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to keep a picture in my mind and intentionally play to kind of bring that energy to me physically and see what happens. All right. Well, let's get into today's oracle messages. The first card I pulled was growth. Inside myself, I've sown beauty with wounds, which speak of my immortality in the expansive eternal song, softly bellowing in spirit. Growth. In ancient times, before Beltane would have been considered to be the start of summer, the season of action, abundance, and energy. The universe will present you with opportunities in such a period of growth, but you must be willing to meet opportunity with commitment and passion. Make those calls, start researching, and be ready to make your pitch when you're put on the spot. Your dreams are out there for the taking, but you must be willing to do the work to see them grow. You have pulled growth to remind you that success lies outside your comfort zone. This card is challenging you to reach for things that are much bigger than you normally go for. Don't worry about the outcome, but instead focus on what you can do today to be open, closer to the goal line. Just as a farmer has to do heavy lifting during the spring, pulling weeds, fertilizing crops, and monitoring growth, you will also need to expand your energy to reap the harvest benefits down the road. Pulling growth together with bee or hand fasting is a sign that you are on the path that will evolve to help others and many along your journey. Consider the help of a mentor or develop new skills to expand your knowledge and abilities. Grow. Now we have the lovers. Love lulls all sorrow and bewitches flesh, mind, and breath, reminding me that I am unafraid. of the unfurling winds of my eternity. Before I get into this oracle message, I want to introduce myself. My name is Aaliyah. I am a community death doula. I assist my clients with end of life transition. I also assist my clients with life transitions like identity shifts, whether that be through becoming a parent, getting a new role at work, going from being a 9 to 5 employee to having your own business. If you're an artist, releasing a new album, or if you're a artist that paints your own, art show, getting ready to exhibit your art for the first time. So I assist in identity shifts and new identities because we're dying to our old self every day. And oftentimes, when we don't have a guide or someone to give us the tools, we spin our wheels and we could possibly quit or burn out. So I come while you're in between blessings to help guide you along to your next way. So, with that being said, let's get into our next message, the lovers. And if you would like Death Doula Care, feel free to fill out an application. You can find that link in my profile description, and be sure to follow all of my socials and subscribe to my channel. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by June 1st, and I'm at 74 subscribers now. So hello, we're almost there. I'm excited. Yes. So the lovers, number 42. If you're into numerology, that might mean something to you. And this photo is beautiful. Um, I like that she has red hair, and then the water is not blue, but a mixture of red, orange, and yellow. And so is the sky. It reads, perhaps the only thing more difficult than being your true self is allowing others to see you for who you really are. The fear of rejection can make you feel like you have to remain guarded or alter your truth to be more desirable. The need to shelter your heart is even greater once you've experienced heartache and betrayal, as your heart begins to fear the idea of love blooming again after it's shattered. It's natural to retreat for a time to mend the broken pieces, but the presence of the lovers is a welcome sign that your heart is ready to experience love through a higher consciousness. Your previous relationships have taught you what is not aligned with your heart. Each prior experience offers you more insight into the type of relationship that you are now ready to call into existence. Your pathway to true love lies in your willingness to open up and be vulnerable. Blech. I'm just playing. Do not be afraid to show the world who you truly are. Be willing to say no to those who cannot accept you for all of your flaws and curves and cracks and baggage, mood swings. These are not the right people for you. Being vulnerable with others is like sending out an invitation to join your life party. Those who show up and support you are the ones who will help you to grow and enrich your life with happiness. The message can likewise be applied to wealth, career, friendships, and your beliefs. This is good. I was just having a talk with a friend. She's a Scorpio, by the way. And she was saying how she's quick to cut people off. And I'm like, well, that's actually a strength. That's not a weakness. Like, I think that it's smart to cut somebody off when they show you something that you don't want to deal with. Now, I get it when you're in a committed relationship or a marriage, you can't just up and go when you don't see something that you like. But the issue is we stay too long when we have seen the red flags and we have seen and and felt the mismatch energetically. When you feel like somebody doesn't match you energetically, you can't change that. No matter how much you love them, no matter how much care you show, you can't change you all being unmatched energetically. Sometimes you just aren't a match energy wise, and that's okay. That's okay. Somebody keeps yelling at me from the street. Um, but yeah. And if you would like to receive an invitation to a love ritual, here is the instructions. Write the words an invitation to love at the top of a small piece of white paper and set them aside. Think of the type of people you would like to invite into your life. Ooh, this is good. This can be a friend, a lover, business partner, or even future children you would like to have. For each person, write in a red ink a personalized invitation into your life. This is scripting at best. Okay, on one piece of paper, tell each person the reason you're calling them and what your plans are for them once they come into your orbit. Mm. Dab a little of your favorite fragrance on the pieces of paper and fold them in half. And again, please place each of your invitations inside a small memo box and place it somewhere sacred, such as a love altar. I love this idea, and I might incorporate this within my retreats. That is good. And I'll take it a step further. Write down those invitations, keep it in your box. But when those people show up, give that invitation physically to that person. Oh, that reminds me of how my neighbor, she's now my soul sister. When I we often were talking, and she'll be like, I know I've already told you this, but I manifested you. That's literally how you manifest what you want in your life. Write it down, store it away, let life play out, and it's going to come to you. That's the power of manifestation. Um, so, wow, that was good. We have one more message, and then I'm gonna go. Bonfire. Number two, if you're into numerology, it reads. Hold on, guys. It is through remembering that you will wake in the ritual of your existence and be reborn in mighty celebration. In ancient days, all fires would be exhausted and a giant community fire created to represent the sun's power. The bonfire served as a reminder to seek growth, fertility, and abundance, and to remember that dark days will be followed by light and all will be well. In this way, bonfires represent a remembrance of light within your spirit, a call to reclaim your inner power. Are you full of inspiration and dreams but fail to take action? We all have inner power, but if it's left unused, this power sinks into the background. Allowing your inner force to dwell can lead to undesirable side effects such as low self esteem, lack of motivation, negative feelings, or stagnation or confusion. The more your power is left unused, the less confidence you might have to seek out dreams that are right, that are your right to claim. Bonfires bring you a gift of remembering the force within you and guides you to act upon the desires within your heart. This is a card of strong, forceful action, and when it comes to your spread, it is a sign that your plans, ideas, or dreams are likely to lead to success. Like all fires, your dreams must be tended to, or the flame will go out. Don't let your flame is extinguished. For each time you do it, it will become more challenging to light again. Wow, that was good. That was good. Brings fire, the fire inside of you, brings you the gift of remembering the force within you and guides you to act upon your desires within your heart. And that's why the heart chakra is one of the most powerful chakras on our body. Our heart, I would argue, controls more than our brain. The thing is, people are afraid to be vulnerable, but when you become vulnerable, you don't harden, you soften. Because the world makes us harden our heart, and you open up and share, even if you're afraid of rejection or being judged, you're softening your heart, thus allowing yourself to be and express. Confirmation the wind is blowing. There's a B right there. Okay, so I welcome you all to be a little bit more vulnerable, to share more of you, not for others, but for yourself. Um, it's been fun. I'm gonna close things out. Then I'm gonna pack up and go get my kids, and I'm gonna close the reading with my aura spray. This is cleansing because y'all are watching me from different areas and different locations, so all this is different energies watching me. This, my aura field spans out 20 feet around me. This is what I'm utilizing to cleanse my aura, because some people that are watching may not have the best intentions or may not uh, like what it is I'm talking about. So you have to make sure that you're covering yourself. And I like to do it physically. And I have herbs in here, rosemary, that are genetically engineered to support things like spiritual protection. Herbs and plants have magical abilities in them. That's why I chose that herb to infuse into the hot springs water that I source from Arkansas hot springs to create this aura mist. So again, you can grab this out of my website, and if you want to work closer with me, you can apply for care. I also have energy readings available and sound baths on my site as well. So yeah, just go see what it is I have, and whatever you need, I'm sure I've got it. I will see you all later. I love you, and make sure that you're taking care of your spiritual hygiene. Bye.